Syracuse, tell me something. How could you go from the great offensive line that you had last year to an offensive line that absolutely stinks up the joint this year? I mean, like last week when I decided to break the microphone. It sucks! Boy, you're getting DeVito and Clayton Welch and anybody else who decides to be quarterback this year, including Culpepper, you're getting them killed. Boy, that was another disgusting display by the offensive line last week against Pitt. I mean, special Friday night game against Pitt. And I mean, same old thing. The offensive line can't block a styrofoam block, if you know what I mean. Boy, 9 times both DeVito and Welch got killed back there. And I mean, DeVito exited when he took a huge hit to the noggin there in the third quarter. Of course, they're saying it's his shoulder that's bugging him, but he's getting killed back there. Welch came in, promptly threw a 96-yard touchdown pass to Todd Smith. But still, his throwing mechanics leave something to be desired. If he's the quarterback this week against Florida State, I'm a little And I mean, if I'm the running backs, seeing how the offensive line is putrid, I'd be a little you know. But again, we're behind the 8 ball when it comes to the offensive line, plus the defense can only do so much. They aren't exactly elite either, but at least they try to keep us in the game. Still, another loss, 27-20 to Pittsburgh. And I am just going to say it, the offensive line sucks! That's all I'm going to say that for them. But I'm going to go from a team that sucks to a team that almost sucked when they played the winless Dolphins. Yes, Buffalo, I thought it was going to be pretty easy against a team that is pretty hapless, devoid of talent, and I mean, seems like they're tanking to get the number 1 pick in next year's NFL draft. But Ryan Fitzpatrick seems to have a way when he plays against his former teams, and it's pretty cool to know in his 15th, 16th year that he still is so versatile. Fitzpatrick nearly worked his Fitz magic against his old team. And I mean, it would have really sucked if Buffalo went down to the winless and hapless Miami Dolphins. But thank God for Tre'Davious White. First, the former Dolphin, the lineman for the Bills came through and sacked Fitzpatrick, and then Tre'Davious White picked off a pass, sparking the Bills on a 98-yard drive that gave them the lead for good. And then White forced a fumble, which set up Cole Beasley's touchdown catch. And then how about Micah Hyde with his kickoff return, and then also his pirouette, and then running to the end zone. Yeah, actually, it's Micah, like the mineral. But who knew he could turn into a ballet dancer and then run for a touchdown? Hey, this ain't the Bolshoi. This is the NFL. But still, that helps spark a 31-21 win over the Fish. And next week, it's Philadelphia that comes into the cap. I can't say the Ralph anymore, and it's still hard to do that. But you know, it's the cap, much like this old dude. Well, good win. Now I'm going to go from talking about that to quickly talking about Miners. A good win by the Blue Devils over Marcus Whitman to close the regular season, which qualifies us for the Connors and Ferris Bowls, because we weren't enough to make the sectionals. But oh well, this was the first year of that federation scheduling. But I digress. It was homecoming, and kudos to all the students for having a nice homecoming dance, especially to the young ladies. Good shout out to Caitlin Bickham, who looked razor sharp in her dress. to Sydney, who's in the house, with her outfit. Also, Jocelyn Mansell, to Ariana and Kiara Dugan, and also to Olivia, spelled with an A phonetically, Christensen. All of you young ladies look good, and all of you gentlemen look good. But why do you wear sneakers with tuxedos? Come on. I know it may be the 2010s, but still, when you wear a tuxedo, wear some dress shoes, will you? Good homecoming. And also, I should say, congratulations to both Houston and to Washington, who are going to play in the World Series this year. And I mean, the Yankees, you gave it a good run. But I mean, Houston was a buzzsaw with their pitching, especially Verlander. And of course, you also got all of their hitters. And I mean, Houston, let's just say they won the World Series 2 years ago and they look pretty good. But so does Washington. It's going to be an interesting World Series. And to Yankees fans, there's always next year. Last but not least, apparently the NBA has decided to implement a policy. The NBA starts their season today. And the thing is, apparently, there's been some fan interaction lately that has been on the offensive side. Let's just say they're targeting fans that sit near the court and also by the tunnels, especially because some fans have decided to be racially with their language. Well, you know what? It's a good policy to follow, but the thing is, hey, you can't throw everybody out. One thing I will say, a lot of celebrities like to have courtside seats there in the NBA, but you know what? They should be thrown out for offensive designer clothing. You know what? If you go to an NBA game or any basketball game, you gotta wear your team's colors. But oh well, I digress. And also, Syracuse, it'll be a future show when I talk about this, but they get ready for their exhibition games coming up against Damon and against Carleton. Good luck to the Orange basketball team in those games. And that's all I have to say this week. Good job, Buffalo, but Syracuse.
What's that smell?